This is not a video to watch. It's a frequency to remember. You were guided here not by an algorithm, but by coherence. Somewhere inside, you're tired of spiritual theories that explain everything but transform nothing. You want to feel the truth that words only point toward. We're not here to interpret Jesus. We're here to remember the consciousness that existed before language, the intelligence that spoke before the words. There's a sentence that echoes through centuries. I am the truth. It has been repeated in temples, carved in stone, sung in cathedrals, and yet very few ever felt what it truly means. Most people hear it through the intellect, as doctrine or dogma, but this phrase was never meant to belong to religion. It was a declaration of consciousness, neurology spoken in divine metaphor. It was the sound of awareness realizing itself, life saying, I know that I exist. Before scripture, before belief, before identity, there was only awareness. And that awareness spoke. It wasn't a man speaking to men. It was existence recognizing its own reflection. This journey takes you back there, to the moment before thought, to the place where silence still remembers its own name. Before thought, there was perception. Before speech, there was vibration. Before the sentence, I am, there was the raw sensation of being. Neuroscience shows that even before language, infants display mirror self-awareness, neurons firing as if witnessing their own reflection. That spark of recognition is the origin of I am. Neville Goddard once wrote, "Be still and know that I am God." It wasn't an instruction to worship, but a reminder to remember. The awareness beneath all forms. Joe Dispenza describes this as the observer effect. Energy collapses into form the moment awareness observes it. Reality begins only when something, or someone, becomes aware. But most people speak I am through the filter of pain. I am not enough. I am broken. I am late. Their nervous system learned identity through trauma and called it truth. Every repetition became a chemical command, programming the brain to confirm limitation. The I am, once infinite, became a story of lack. The truth? I am is the blank canvas. Every thought, every belief, every emotion is just paint. The tragedy is that humanity worships the painting, forgetting the canvas underneath. Truth isn't an argument to win, it's a vibration to align with. Greg Braden calls it heart-brain coherence, when thought, feeling, and physiology synchronize. At that moment, your perception becomes more accurate. Your heart's rhythm harmonizes with your brain's waves at around 0.1 Hz, the frequency of internal order. Joe Dispenza's data shows the same pattern. Coherence expands consciousness beyond the usual limits of space and time. It's measurable, it's biological. Truth, therefore, is not belief. It's coherence between what you think, what you feel, and what you do. But here's the irony. Most people seek truth through argument. They memorize quotes, post affirmations, and defend ideologies. Meanwhile, their body is incoherent. Their nervous system contradicts their philosophy. It's like trying to hear a symphony with instruments out of tune. Truth stops being heard when the listener vibrates in confusion. Truth doesn't need defense. It proves itself through harmony. When thought, emotion, and action converge, the signal becomes so stable that the universe can't help but echo it back. Truth isn't something you believe in. It's something you become. The moment you search for truth, you declare that it's missing. And the field, always obedient, mirrors your state of absence. Neville Goddard said, "You will never find what you do not assume to be already yours." Seeking is the most sophisticated form of resistance. Psychologically, the brain loves the chase. Every new teaching triggers dopamine, a false sense of progress. You feel closer to enlightenment, yet it keeps moving further away. Greg Braden recalls the ancient Essene texts. They warned that the search itself is the veil. Because the effort to find God becomes the very act of forgetting you already are it. The seeker and the sought are two sides of the same illusion. You're chasing your reflection across the lake, But the water only clears when you stop moving. That's why silence feels terrifying. Not because it's empty, but because it's full. In silence, the seeker dies, and what remains is truth itself. Truth doesn't need to be found. It's revealed the moment you stop hiding from it. When Jesus said, "I am the truth," he wasn't speaking poetry. He was describing identity biology. When you declare "I am," your brain literally rewires itself. Neural networks reorganize to match the emotional meaning of the phrase. Every "I am" is a neurological blueprint for who you believe yourself to be. Joe Dispenza proved that if you feel the emotion of a future reality now, your body begins to biologically believe it's true. Neville Goddard said the same long before science could measure it. Imagination creates facts. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between real and imagined. It only responds to the frequency you embody. But transformation is not repetition, it's recognition. If your body has memorized fear, declaring "I am peace" won't work until the chemistry changes. You can't fake coherence. You can only feel it. So don't chant "I am love." Ask yourself, what in me still doesn't believe that? Then face it. Feel it. That's where the rewiring begins. Becoming the word means turning vibration into biology. It means translating energy into matter. It means becoming the message you speak. Every truth casts a shadow, and nothing loves divine language more than the ego. Carl Jung called it psychological inflation, when the self mistakes knowledge for transformation. John Wellwood called it spiritual bypassing, using light to avoid the dark. The sign is simple. If your truth must be defended, it's not truth. It's identity. Greg Braden reminds us, the more coherent you become, the less you need to prove. Real coherence doesn't shout. It radiates. The candle that boasts its light forgets that the fire doesn't belong to it. Real light doesn't announce itself. It simply illuminates. The ego loves to say, "I am the truth." But the real "I am" has no need for recognition. It doesn't argue. It doesn't convince. It simply is. True mastery isn't found in superiority. It's hidden in humility. It's knowing without needing to be known. It's walking through darkness without needing to explain the light. "I am the truth" was never meant to be worshipped. It was meant to be remembered. Truth doesn't appear when the mind understands it. It arrives when the nervous system stops fighting it. Peace is not the prize for finding truth. Peace is what truth feels like when it's lived. Mystically, "I am" is the vertical axis, infinite consciousness descending into matter. Truth is the horizontal, human life unfolding in time. Where they meet is the cross, not of suffering, but of union. Spirit meeting form, awareness meeting its own creation. Neville Goddard said, "To know the truth is to live from the end. So stop searching, start embodying." Walk as if it's already done. Because it is. The phrase "I am aware that I am" is not a mantra. It's the key that unlocks the field. Every time you remember it, your reality rearranges itself around coherence. You are not the seeker of truth. You are the space through which truth remembers itself. You are the "I am" that has been whispering through time, waiting for you to finally listen. If these words stir something inside you, don't dismiss it as coincidence. It's recognition. The truth inside you is waking up. And perhaps that was the whole point all along. Not to find God, but to remember that you were never separate from the voice that said, "I am the truth."